welcome to the channel, everybody. Vitalik in the house tonight. Also, Bart Arvol starting over from Val's stream. Appreciate it. I do absolutely support it, and I appreciate you taking a break from her stream to come over and visit me. But that will make the first point of the evening. You guys may have noticed I shouted her out already. Vitality is currently overdoing a new account challenge. She is doing marathon streams at it all weekend long. I do plan on being live several times this weekend because I got a bunch of stuff to do, especially with everything that just came out with Banquet this weekend. Well, this morning, whatever you want to put it. Kardeski live in the chat. How's it going, my man? But so you guys will see that pretty much all weekend, anytime that I jump out of stream, I will be going ahead and grabbing over and rating her because I do want to support her. I absolutely appreciate the interview time that she gave me. That video right now is sitting at one of the top videos out of everything that I pulled out of, oh my God, words. Sumner's Fest. So if you guys haven't seen it, not that I figure you haven't, because almost everybody has at this point. My God, the way that video is blowing up. But if you have not had the opportunity to go over and see the amazing conversation that woman and I had at Sumner's Fest at the end of the first night, please do stop over and check out that video. If you get a chance to afterwards, stop over and check out her run. And let's see if she can be faster than any other current YouTuber out there at getting to Valiant. But while she's working on that, I'm going to sit over here and farm some units and talk about all the amazing things we heard this morning during the Kabam live stream. So, I mean, I cannot shout out Volatility that much and not talk about how amazing it is to find out we are getting the X23 rework. Have you done the last egg objective? I have not. That is going to be something that's going to be done this weekend. I'm not sure that's going to be done on stream, though. I will be doing several things throughout. I'm going to be very active in this game this weekend, more active than I've been probably in months because I've got a lot that I need to get done. And I need to get some farming done as well because I've got a lot to get done. But we've got X23 coming into the game. We have got Hulkling coming as a 7-star. I would have never guessed that one. You can ask anybody that's seen me in a stream for the last week. I have said it over and over. I thought Hulkling was too OP to possibly be ready to be a 7-star, considering some of the 7-stars that don't exist yet. But they gave it. They did it, guys. They gave us Hulkling. And even better than that, guys, I called it. I told everybody for the last month and a half, playing 15K units for Banquet, you give or take, you'll be right in about the right range, and you'll be close enough to strike to hit those top champion rewards. And what we get today, guys, 15.8. Just shy of 16,000 units will guarantee you, without a doubt, you're going to get Kingpin and or Asman. I'm going to say right now, I love Asman. I would absolutely be astonished to have him as a 7-star, but he does need that rank up. By the way, guys, I did drop Kardeski's link in the chat here. He is really close to 50 subscribers, so he can start live streaming. If you guys could jump over and drop him a subscription, it would be absolutely appreciated, guys. But, like I was saying, guys, if I could, with him needing that high sig, I'd have to see a guaranteed way of at least 160, 186 into him before I could be confident to take him over Kingpin. So I will probably be taking Kingpin if I only get one of the two of them. But at the other side of that, guys, 3 keys. On your way throughout that, you will pick up 3 keys. That guarantees you 3 of the 6 box champions. That's 3 shots at X23 and 3 shots at Hulkling. And the great thing about these, if they work them the same way they did every other year, which I fully expect they're going to, once a champion's out of the box, you cannot drop that champion again until you have drawn every other champion. So that means even if you don't get one get X23 or Hulkling on the first pull, or whoever it is you want, if you want that Scorpion, if you want that Nimrod, even if you're one of those people that wants Valk or Thor Jane Foster, that first key, even if you don't get the one you want, you get somebody out of the way, so now it's a 1 in 5 chance. The next key goes down to a 1 in 4 chance. That's once you get down to that last key, you're at a 25% chance of getting the champion you want. That's some pretty decent odds, guys. What's the thing? I think 12 crystals, tier 7 basic, and 2 other things I can't remember. Yeah, no, they put it up on there. You're gonna get gold. You're gonna get a guaranteed rank up item, and you're gonna get a guaranteed amount of ISO every time. And that rank up item is going to be a substantial rank up item. It's going to be a tier 6 basic, tier 7 basic, tier 3 alpha, tier 4 alpha. It's going to be something you need on. Plus, on top of that, guys, the Mercy crystals. Are you kidding me, guys? Mercy crystals for Banquet? So every 15 crystals, you're guaranteed a top tier reward? Guys, I know Kabam has had some major screw-ups lately. And I'm not saying this lets them off the hook. Not saying that by any means whatsoever. But I am saying this much. I haven't seen the crystals yet, and I'm waiting for them. But based off this announcement, we got what I thought Banquet would have been last year, this year, with the evolution of the game added into it. I'm not complaining. Guys, I've said it since I got back from Banquet. You're going to see, like, I've never been a massively negative person on my channel anyways. Like, I will call Kabam out when I'm upset. I haven't done it a lot. But I'm also going to say quite well, I want to talk about the wins. Because I want to tell you guys this much. I've said it a lot recently. One of the things that worries me more than anything is the idea that we complain so much that we drive this game into the ground. And I know that sounds like, nah, that ain't how it's going to work. We complain enough, they'll fix it. Nah, we complain enough, they're going to think we don't like it. And they're going to give up. There is a difference between complaining and making sure that you address the issues. Okay? Sometimes we get a little carried away in the community, and quite often do we forget to acknowledge the good things. It's really easy to get drawn into all the complaining and the bad things. I admit it. Especially the second that they announced this compensation the other day, I was pissed. Okay? But then I got to thinking about it. Okay? First off, it ain't directly affecting me, but it might. Got a 7-star Paragon, Nightcrawler from Fort Paragons. That is great odds there, man. And that's a good win for it, too. But, the other thing about it is, and, this is my question. And it really honestly affects how I really feel about this. How many people opened crystals in that first 45 minutes that had more than 20 crystals to open? Now, if we're talking less than 50 people, yes, it affects the economy of the game. Yes, it affects the community. But it's not nearly as bad as we're thinking. Now, if we're talking a couple thousand people, I understand a lot of why people are upset. And if we're talking thousands of people, yeah, it's a lot worse call than even what people are making it sound like. But again, that's besides the point, guys. Like I said, I want to talk about the wins of Banquet. Like the 8 champions announced for Banquet, 9 champions announced for Banquet. 9. I should fix that thumbnail. Because of course we get the Punisher rework as well. I definitely did not mean to push the S33. Last year I opened 70 super Banquet crystals. Superior Banquet crystals, whatever it was. Yeah, man, and that's the thing is I'm set well this year already. And that's even with the fact that I spent on Cyber Weekend, which I'm a little torn on still, but I really want to see. Like, I want to see the data. I spent 15,000 units on Cyber Weekend. I want to see what the first 15,000 units I spend on Banquet gets me in contrast. And I'll tell you right now, like, first off, I'm guaranteed I'm looking at 4 new champions. For sure. So there's a huge win. Let's see how much rank up materials I get. Which of those 4 champions I get. Like, not to mention everything else that's possible in that. Like, I may have spent the 15,000 units a little hasty. I'm not complaining. I did get my first 7 rank 4s. So, I kind of needed them. Kind of. I got like 10 units at the moment. I prefer to spend. Hey, if you've got the opportunity to do so, go for it, man. There'll definitely be some great deals. I will say that is one thing. If you're going to spend cash, wait on everything until the 23rd. That's when you're going to get the double unit deals. That's going to be the time to spend some money. If you're going to afford to spend money, that'll be a win. You can get all the deals at that point. Really rack up some stuff for your alliance, for yourself. And of course, they normally have that deal for where you can get 10 banquets for $50. So that's basically half price. That's always a great deal. I'm so hot for Thor Rags. Yeah, no. Thor Rags could be a really good win. I actually, you know what? I have not done Twitch drops this entire time. I have talked about possibly getting to the point where I multi-stream again, and if I'm going to, it'll be over on Twitch, which I'm going to. But I did go ahead and finally set up my Twitch account today and get the Twitch drops for this stream. So we're gonna open a few things as well on this stream. But yeah, I mean, I'm a little annoyed that I have to do that to get Thor, but at the same time, if that's all I have to do is watch a few hours of content that I'm going to watch anyways to get him, I will definitely take a rework Thor Rags. Then we got a little close. So, yeah, no, I honestly, guys, I will say 100%. Like, you know, and I will, I'll also say this much. Like, one minion away from the 2 to 3. Yeah, I gotta figure out. That's another thing I gotta do this weekend is figure out where I'm missing most of those from, because I'm missing most of them. I have one more to open tonight, but I need to find all of them. I'm so behind on just about everything right now. Like, partially because of the fact that I did take the time away from the game and everything, but then also on top of that, with the fact that I just right after I came back, then I turned around and take the time to Banquet and everything else, and I've been a little off since I got back from Banquet. I mean, in a good way, honestly. I've just been trying to get processed and getting everything going and everything, and I'm really starting to get back on track with things. So that makes it really good, but it also means that I have a lot to figure out in a very short time period right before a major event. So, but I'm okay with that. I really am. Like, we're really kind of taking off a lot on the channel, guys. Like, it's been an absolute lovely amount of growth. And if we could start seeing more of that on live streams, which if I'd stopped doing live streams while everybody else is live streaming, that would probably help with it. But, you know, hey, why would I plan anything different? Because, you know, like, I know what everybody's going to do. So you know, it doesn't matter. Every time I think I've got like 5 seconds, like I turn around and end up with 10 other people on at the same time. Or some other big thing going on. So, you know, whatever. Um, but that's kind of the thing about taking the time away that I had to take. Is I knew it would take a little bit of time to get everything back in place and get everybody remembering that I'm still here, I still exist. But it has been wonderful, and we are back, and things are going really well, and I really see a lot of things going forward. And it is an absolute wonderful time for me to have the first world problem of having to figure out what all I'm going to do all weekend in a video game. Hi, hey, man, I swear I will break that DD fucking curse. Hey, how you doing, my brother? So, but yeah, like I'm gonna get a lot of the things that I like. The sad thing about it is basically Mike started, and despite the fact that I was just about to say that the live stream started out a bit slow. Like basically at the beginning of the live stream, Mike put up a list of, "Hi, this is what you need to do this weekend," and I went, "Fuck." Okay, well, check. Got to get this done and this done and this done before this point. And they're gonna get set up for this by this point, and like I can't be spending units, so I got to make sure that I got plenty of units, and I got some revives, so we'll probably have to do some revive farming this weekend too. So, by the way, there's a lovely thumbnail that I had planned for tonight before the live stream went so well that'll be coming out sometime this weekend that I'm proud of, no matter what anybody else thinks of it. So, um, working on some other ideas as well. Mr. Fribble, how is it going? Nice to see you in the house tonight. So, yeah, like I said, guys, my thoughts on Banquet is things are absolutely lovely. I'd love to hear everybody else's thoughts as well. By the way, if anybody did just stop in tonight, I would like to ask a favor of everybody. This is Kardeski. He is a longtime supporter of the channel, and he has recently started a channel of his own, and he's looking for an opportunity to be able to go live stream himself, but he has to hit 50 subscribers before he can do that. So if we can jump over and support him as well, I would greatly appreciate that. Just go ahead and drop him a quick subscribe. That does help out. I do always like to help everybody else grow, even during the time periods. Told you it was Hulkling. You did, man. It was great. I love it. I am so stoked. Faust out loud. How's it going, my man? Nice to see you. Dude, I said it. I eat my words. I didn't think that there was any way they would do it, but yeah, no, 100%. It was Hulkling, and wow. I'm happy as can be, especially like it's even better knowing very well X-23, Hulkling, Scorpion, Nimrod, even Valkyrie or Thor Jane Foster. Not that they would be even in the top 4. But knowing that very well that if you spend the 15,000 units that I told everybody was what you were going to need, you will get at least 3 of them and at least one of the top 2 champions with Kingpin or Absman of your choice. And on top of that, too, you're going to have multiple chances on your way up of also picking up Punisher. Like, I know plenty of other people were talking like 18 to 20, but I said 15 from the get-go. Like, I was sure this year, 15, they were going to do it a little better. Like, I am very happy with what I saw today. Again, this does not extinguish anything that they have done wrong lately or anything like that. But a win is a win, and that needs to be celebrated. And today was definitely a win. Banquet looks good. Really wonder what the chances are going to be of pulling him, and we will get multiple chances at absing. Yeah, you'll get multiple. Because the thing about it is first off, you get the Mercy crystals, and every one of the Mercy crystals has a chance of one of the 9 champions in it as well. So you've got that there. Then you're going to get obviously the one at the top of the tier for buying enough crystals to get there. And you're going to have the 3 keys, which is going to get you 3 of the box champions. Plus, you're going to get every one of your regular crystals and every chance that you get from there. Like, it's going to be ridiculous this year, the amount of possibilities for your account. Like, it really is. And that's without us even fully knowing what's in the crystals. Like, we are still waiting to see what is actually in the crystal. Oh yeah, no, man. And I will tell you this much. Like one of the things that I really like, okay, so obviously, like I've said multiple times talking about Sumner's Fest, there was no way any one person at Sumner's Fest could see everything that was going on there. No way. Guaranteed 5 prizes already seems great and better than exactly. Like you're looking at a guaranteed, the amount of guarantees are just phenomenal. But the things that I have learned that was going on that I didn't even know about since we got back, and some of the things that I've heard Yusafa say and some of the others that were there, that were privy to things that I was not privy to, which is fully understandable. Like I'm not faulting them in any way, shape, or form. Please do not take it that way. Like totally understand why they were privy to it and I was not. Okay. Like my name may be recognizable, but it's not that big. Okay. But like Yusafa at one point in time says, "Yeah, I talked to Iwalt. He was on my plane home. He had so much information for me. Wow, that's awesome, dude. I'd love to hear about it." Like it, a lot of the best conversations that came out of Sumner's Fest that I'm learning about myself. Some of them that I was part of, some of them that I know other people were part of, were the ones that nobody else was part of. That it was only like a handful of people. Like, and I saw several of them go on. Like, I will tell you, what was it? The first night we were, or no, the second night we were at the bar, the first night of Sumner's Fest. Like, there was one point that, like, there was, Crash and Mike and Dave and a few others had showed up. And, Crash went over and sat in the corner with Truth, and I think there was, I can't remember who all ended up over there. I want to say Puppy was over there, and it was 5 or 6 people. And like I didn't go over and get involved myself. I just kind of let it go. But I could clearly tell that there was some major information being passed on right there. Okay, Mr. Feebly. Yep, you were there. Like I said, I knew there were several people there. I could not. Dude, there was so much stuff and so many people there that that's one of the things that I'm having a hard time with on the wrap-up video. Is like, there was one point in time I was standing talking to somebody and they were downplaying their own skills. And I was like, oh, yeah. Look at this guy talking crap. When, me and you probably just suck it up. Like, we've all seen how bad I am at this. And the person I'm standing there talking about how bad I suck, and I'm sure they do too, is freaking FinTech. Okay? I mean, like, there were so many people that, like, I didn't fully understand who they were until after I understood who they were. And even still to this point, especially considering all the stupid YouTube screw-ups at this point, so nobody's name's freaking correct. Luckily enough, mine is. But, I called FinTech Pandaman P. Yeah, luckily enough, I like Pandaman and I like hung out hung out quite a bit during the Seattle meetup. So like I knew him personally. He was like, "I'm FinTech" with the most serious look on his face. Oh man. But I'm sure there were many moments of that. Like I've talked about it myself. One of the moments that like really like I laughed at on a couple of occasions, but I did my best to help the staff with, was every time that they'd walk down to this room full of like 30, 40 people that were all just chatting, like we'd all known one another for years, because we've all talked to one another in different live streams and everything else, and some of us have met one another in person before and things like that. And um the wait staff's like calling out people's names and nobody's like responding whatsoever. And it's not like anybody is like, even if they look at somebody and go, so and so, nobody's going, sure, like it's that guy over there. Because nobody knows anybody's real freaking name. And that's not to count if you took into account the times you're talking about people that have faceless channels. Like, because there are people that were there that have faceless channels, or that weren't even necessarily content creators, but were just people that have been in everybody's chat 100 times. Like, I heard one story about when Sanskrit showed up. Like, Abido apparently introduced him by his name, and everybody's like, okay, yeah, that's cool. That's why my face is my YouTube profile pic. Can't miss me, bro. Yeah, I knew there were the majority of people, but there were like 50 or so had not known what they looked like, but knew their names. I suggested that we get our game names as name tags so we could identify people. Yeah, no, totally. Nick Brown, how's it going? But yeah, no, yeah, when like I was saying, Abdo apparently introduced him by his real name, and everybody's like, okay, cool, whatever. Nobody really said anything, and then all of a sudden, like he was like, oh yeah, by the way, this is Sanskrit, and everybody's like, oh hey man, how's it going? Like, and I mean, like there was even one point like uh King of Arena and which I've talked to him for several years since I started the channel. I helped him a bit with the beginning of his channel and stuff. Um, one of my alliance officers had messaged him because he had seen that he was there and was like, "Hey man, Wolf's there too. Definitely go find him." And and like it took like 2 or 3 different locations of us like being like, I'm here. And he's like, well, I looked there and you're not there. And I'm like, oh, well, I was this part of here. And so I turned around and ended up being one of those things that like I ended up having to meet him outside before I even found him. Because like I'd never seen the man face to face. But I talked to him for years. But at the same time too, then there was, like Abido and stuff. Like, not only have I seen him face to face, but like I've hung out on his streams so much that like. And it's interesting too, because I guarantee, and honestly, the difference between the live meetup in Seattle last year and which of course we are in talks of doing again next year in spring 2026. Still next year technically because we're still at the beginning of December. Um, but when we do that, like, and the next time the Sumner's Fest rolls around, I will tell you this much: like, I saw it really big time because like there were certain people like Kabam Honeydew and stuff. Like her and I talked at the meetup. Pete and I, Abdo and several of us had already had an opportunity to hang out together and talk and stuff. And so when we saw one another at Fest, it was, you know, like, okay, cool, nice to see you again, type, you know. And so, like, that made it even better in a lot of ways. So I know damn good and well that by the next time Fest rolls around, all of us getting together again, and everybody like, oh hey man, I haven't seen you since last Fest. It's gonna be freaking phenomenal. But it's also gonna be one hell of a time for anybody who, you know, it's their first time coming too, because like it was fucking phenomenal for me, and it was my first time. Like totally advise like coming out, hanging out at the bar with everybody, and like having a good time, and like you don't have to drink or anything. Just like come out and have a good time, get to know everybody, talk about the game. It's such a different environment to finally talk to to a bunch of people about something that we've all been passionate about for years, but don't have a lot of people around us that actually like are understand the passion that we have for it because they don't. I'm guessing most of us don't have a lot of people around us who play the game. Agreed. I'm looking forward to the next one. Oh yeah, hell yeah, man. Um, but just being able to do that and having so many of us actually like talk in real life and stuff for the first time, like it is just an experience that like I don't care what it costs you, it's worth it. Trust me on that. And I'm saying that from personal experience. Like I didn't deny it. I still don't deny it. Like I couldn't really afford to make that trip, but I couldn't afford not to. Crimzone, nice to see you. How's it going, man? I am doing great. How about yourself? See, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and pick up the next milestone, and then I'm gonna jump over, and I got a bunch of crystals I want to open up. Technically, one of them I said I wasn't gonna open unless we hit 50 likes on the comment that I left, which we only got to 16, I think, when I looked last. Um, but I don't want to hold on to it. I want to know what I got. So we're gonna do it anyways. I knew 50 was a little high, anyways. Like, I just wanted to gauge how things are going. Like, how back are we? Like, are we there? Like, I will tell you this much, guys. That's one of the things. Legacy, how you doing? That I will be completely and totally honest with you guys. Like, when my subscriber here with the kitty, that's awesome. When my not when my subscriber, but when my viewership's up high enough, I will be applying for the CCP. It's already been recommended to me to do so by several. And I would like to have an opportunity to have a little bit more to be able to say. Um, I think there's plenty of representation from Wales in this game and amazing players. I don't think there's enough representation from the middle of the pack. Every time I sit down today, he hops in my lap. Looks like I will be streaming with Ember in my lap tonight. That's awesome. Hey, apparently today is the day that it's time for you to give attention. So, you know, and I think that's one of the things that they need is some more diverse voices in there. Not that nothing against any of the voices that are currently in the CCP. Like I have a lot of respect for everybody that's in it. Um, well, most of everybody. Um, but at the same time, you know, it's one of those things. Like more voices is always a good thing. And you didn't catch the stream today. What happened? Lots of things happened today. We got amazing news today. First off, we got some of the like formalities and stuff. We've got the anniversary event coming up on the 10th, which is 100% a win because if you're Paragon or above, no, you're okay. I'm just giving you crap. I'll totally catch you up. 90 if you're Paragon or above, you get a free Glorious Guardians crystal for the anniversary event. So that's awesome. Plus other assorted goodies, but that's one of them. And that's the one that excites me. We've got Coliseum starting next week. But beyond that is the more important stuff. We got the announcement of who the last two champions are for the Banquet box. And for Mutant, we got the X23 rework, which is absolutely gorgeous. And she looks phenomenal. And I cannot wait to get my hands on her. We also got announced that the Cosmic Champion is Hulkling, which I'm still floored by. Next, we got the announcement that in order to get the selector for Kingpin or Absman and get the full track rewards, 15,800 units. I predicted 15,000. I will claim that for the lifetime because I did. And I'm going to take 15,800 as I was right. But the other thing that they did also announce as well, out of the 6 Banquet box champions, if you spend 10,000 units, you will get 3 keys, which guarantees you 3 out of those 6 champions. The other thing they announced, for every 15 Banquet crystals you open, there will be a mercy rule. Guaranteed you will get a top prize after 15 crystals opened. So, yeah, they announced a few things. And I'm pretty happy with all of them. I'm pretty surprised the Cavaliers get so much rewards as the other titles. Yeah, I will tell you that Banquet is one of the few times that it does not matter. Like, you can really progress your account quite a bit during Banquet. As a matter of fact, many years has it been shown that you can take your account up 2 or 3 progression titles if you handle Banquet correctly. And the nice thing is every time that you progress another title, you get access to the rewards all over again. So, if you plan for it correctly, Banquet can be the way for you to finally get quite a ways. Hey Wolf, don't get the 50%. The 50% bonus on units, yes. There's also a sale on the 23rd through the end of the year, through the first of the year. If you're planning on spending any money, make sure you wait until then because you will get 50% bonus units. If you wait till then to get them. Also, on the 24th, we will be getting our yearly Christmas gift. So, yeah. What do I have in here? Hey, Bart, how's it going? Let's just grab up some units real quick. Come get the rest of those in a minute. I said we had some crystals to open, so why don't we open some crystals? Damn, so Def, wait for that. I hope in January we don't get 36k units spent on like Heart of Fire. Yeah. The other nice thing too, speaking of January, Dread, how's it going? We at the end of December, just in time for the end of Banquet, we also get the 2-star arenas around again. So that'll be another great place to pick up some units at the end of Banquet. Or if you've hit enough during Banquet, set yourself up for the ongoing year. Hi, my guy, what's good? Not much, man. So, like I said, we got a couple crystals we're going to open here. We're going to start with a couple Paragons here. We got about 6 of those. We're going to do these 2 regular ones. We at least got a 6-star in there. We'll take the shards. And it's a max one, so... See... Yay! We got all kinds of 5-stars. By the way, guys, this part's boring, but this is a build-up. Because we got to build it up. Because you can't just, like, blow your whole load on the first pull. Like, we got to go through and do some of the boring stuff. Let's do 16 daily Valiant crystals just to get them out of the way. Hey, wait, units! We got units. Taking the max. Now, let's do the weekly crystal. And then we've got the 3 what you was. I'm gonna need those later, so we're gonna go ahead and grab that. The 3 rebirth crystals from the Twitch drops from today. These could all be units, and I'd be happy. I do see some units there, so. Breeze Cabernet, how's it going? You know what? Your fault. Your fault. You have not gotten on call yet. Not my fault. Not listening to it. It's just like today when I was throwing out, or yesterday when I was throwing out the suggestion on having group calls on a regular basis. The first thing I heard in my head, the second I got done typing it, was you telling me, "Well, you know, if we moved over to Discord, we could just have chats open all the time for people to join when they felt like it." uh, but anyways, man, I haven't talked to you yet today. How do you feel about Banquet announcements? Because I'm ecstatic about Banquet announcements. We're going to do a live stream one night where I'm just going to fix all of my relics. I've said that a few times. It's coming soon, guys. Be warned. Like, I'm going to get just super exhausted. I'm super hyped for Banquet. So am I. I'm going to get just like super exhausted and like need to do something. I'm just going to spend like 3 hours going through and fixing every one of my relics. I'm rewatching the stream now because I passed out halfway through. Oh, do you want me to catch you up or do you want to find it out on your own? Looks cool, but haven't been playing too long. Just got Thronebreaker. I don't know what kind of rewards are for lower milestones. Luke Perry, you will see great rewards, to be honest with you. This is the biggest event of the year. This is the biggest month of the year, period. From Cyber Weekend all the way through Banquet is just phenomenal time period in this game. So plan on seeing Paragon before the new year. I'm gonna do a one or two. I'm going for Kashala. You can go over it. I honestly have it in the background so I can get the final Twitch drops. Okay, so I'll take Bullseye. Awesome, can't wait. Gotta head off, but hope you enjoy. Take care. No problem, man. Thanks for stopping in and supporting. I appreciate it. So first off, we got the anniversary event in 5 days, which we are getting guaranteed Glorious Guardians Crystal at the end of. So that calendar is wonderful. Wearing mask makes me feel like George Floyd can't breathe. Okay, sorry to hear that. Mole Man, nice. I didn't have Mole Man. 2-star event, yes. At the end of December, we are getting a 2-star event. Actually, we're getting a couple 2-star events. We're getting the 2-star event and the 2-star arena. Obviously, we've got Coliseums to deal with. You and I will be talking a lot about that this weekend at some point. I would appreciate. In between times that I'm streaming. So the Purgatory Awakening and the Mole Man, that back-to-back banger pulls. This is how we want to do this. That's huge for huge. Both of those are big. Now let's go to the crystal that I really want to open. I have 2 champions in this crystal that I want. There are plenty that I will take, but there are 2 that I want. And I may be wrong because I mean I'll be in this crystal, but we're gonna find out what I get. Well, I'm not taking the new champion. Though I would normally advise taking the new champion. I don't know, man. I'm more so feeling like I should take the SIGs in either Shang-Chi or Spider-Woman overnight. Sure. But anyways, as I was saying, so we are getting after Coliseums, and we are getting Banquet, and we got announced the two final champions for Banquet. X-23, who's getting a full rework and looks absolutely gorgeous, and Hulkling. We also got announced that to hit the final milestone in Banquet and get the Kingpin Absman Selector will take 15,800 units. So I called it. Just woke up from a nap. I shouldn't do it. I'll come up with the 6 stones from elsewhere to put into them. I'm not happy doing that. It is a new champion, which means that I can get Titan shards. That was the most disappointing final crystal. The other thing they also announced is there will be a mercy system to the Banquet crystals. So every 15 crystals you open, you are guaranteed a top tier prize. So, AB, how's it going? How's Washington treating me? It has treated me about the way everything else does. It started off a little rough. I'm still figuring things out, but I'm happy. I, I really love it out here, and I'm really happy to be out here, and I am absolutely grateful that I was out here so that I could go to Vancouver last month. So great. 23K. Yeah, I'm at 15.8 right now, so I have the full amount that I need, no matter what I do. I've thought about moving there someday. Just feel drawn to the north. It's gorgeous here, man. I will tell you, I've been quite a few places in this country. I haven't been everywhere, but I have been quite a few places, and I don't think I've ever been any place I've thought was more gorgeous. I'm aiming for 40, but that's a long shot. Yeah, I feel you. I'm going to be shooting for 20. Um, I know I can definitely hit 18 without a problem because I'm at almost 16 right now. I'd like to hit 25, but that's kind of my long shot. Um, just because of the fact that I did go ahead and spend on Banquet or Cyber. So, but yeah, no. Are we talking about units? Yeah, we're talking about units. I think 10K in a month is the most you can get. Um, There's a few exceptions to that with some of the things that are coming over the next month. Um, Normally, yes, but there is the 2-star arena that'll give quite a bit of units out of that. That's coming right at the end of the year. Um, we've also got the banquet. We've got the extra bonus units that are coming. Um, if you buy any units after the 23rd, there is a bonus there. You get a 50% bonus on any units bought at that point in time. So you can look at a little bit more there if you're looking at spending anything there. Um, Obviously, we have Banquet itself, which you always have a chance of pulling units out of, as well as there will be units in the milestones. So technically, yes. Normally 10K is the max, and that takes serious amounts of grinding to do. But this is a slight exception month. I've also been told as well that there will be Banquet crystals in Alliance War as well. I'm not quite for sure exactly how that's working. I haven't seen all the details on that one. That was something I had heard in a chat. We do have of course, we do have big thing for this war season coming up, so it is a lot simpler. No, honestly, I will say this much, man. I watched the live stream this morning, and I was really happy to. It started out really kind of slow. I wasn't quite for sure how it was going to go, but by the time they got to the end of the live stream and talking about Banquet, I'm really excited. It is what I was hoping Banquet was going to be, and we still have more information left to come. Guaranteed, like I said, if you've got at least 10,000 units, you will be guaranteed 3 new champions, 3 new 7 stars. If you have 15,000 units, you will be guaranteed the Kingpin Absman Selector, along with those 3 box champions. The box champions are phenomenal. Nimrod, right front and center here on the screen, being one of those box champions. Of course, we've got the new reworked Thor, Jane Foster. We've got Valkyrie. We've got Scorpion, who everybody already knew about. And then, of course, today we got the announcement of X-23 with the full rework on her. And Hulkling as a 7-star now. And you're going to get 3 out of those 6 guaranteed. And it would not surprise me if you're not looking at 4 out of the 6, because it has been in past years, so they gave us a free key as well. Anyone else choose the 250 6-star relic sig stones from the Royal Horde? No, I did not. I did choose to get distracted and allow Ronan to just absolutely destroy my Archangel. Yeah, I was kind of wondering why he's a permanent shadow myself. So I think I'll be going for Hulkling, Scorpion, Absman, and Nimrod. I'm personally thinking I'm going Hulkling, X-23, Nimrod, and Kingpin. I like the idea of going for Absman, but the problem with the Absman is he does need to be awakened and high sig. So the only way I'd feel comfortable going with Absman is if I knew I could get him to at least sig 160. I don't know. You guys know as well as I do. Every time we get a new update, at least 3 characters disappear from the way they're supposed to look. I forget what one it was the other night that I was playing. Like something was completely and totally off. So I will say this much: like every time I see somebody else do a new account challenge, it makes me want to start another account. And I already have 4 accounts, so I really don't need to be starting more accounts. But I'm tempted. Which is why, by the way, at the end of the stream, we will be jumping over to Vol's stream so that we can go ahead and rate her and watch her so that I can see if she can get Valiant. Uh, yeah, only 4. You know, but we will go see if she can get Valiant in under 5 days. She was progressing well when I left stream so that I could get things set up about 2 hours ago. So I figure by the time we get over there in about half an hour, 45 minutes, what's the units look like? Right now, I am looking at just shy of 16,000 units. and we are just starting to really make the big push. How are they looking for you? Like, I've got all the milestones covered right now without a problem. Thanks to Kabam's announcement today. I'm just farming extras for, because I want extras. 16-4, nice. I will tell you this much: like I've got most of my. I've been telling my alliance since we reformed about a month and a half ago that everybody should plan for about 15K, and I got totally confirmed today that that's exactly what we need. Big push. Then you need to do more arena. What am I doing right now? Like, I'm planning on streaming multiple times this weekend so that I can. Plus, on top of that, I'm going to be doing content off a stream as well. Like, I got a bunch to do. And obviously, right now, we do an arena. It's not done yet. Yeah, well, duh. We're only an hour and 15 minutes into the stream. Like, yeah, we're going to be done with this one. Let's see if Arcade's still a shadow when I control him. He is a shadow of his former self. Pin him in the corner and make him die. I'll be up between 18 and 20, depending on how much I do before Banquet. And then I'll probably grab one Odin, win the buff, and then that's what always nice. Should be most of the stuff I want, like 22. Yeah. Well, they announced today on the live stream that as long as 15.A will get you all the milestones. So, like, depending on what above the milestones you're looking for, yeah, 22 should be a solid. But yeah, no, depending on how many people listen to me and have prepared and are looking at like 15 to 20K in my alliance, like we should do really well for alliance rank awards as well, and definitely going to kill some milestones. So So, as excited as I am about Banquet and everything going on with that, what's everybody's thoughts on Coliseum next week? Like, definitely going to be one of those things where you're going to see a lot more variety in champions because people are going to want to have champions for just about any situation. Um, and it'll be really interesting because you will be competing with your alliance, but you'll be seeing everybody's as well. Should get most of the stuff I want. And yeah, I have some big spenders in my alliance, so we'll see. Get the top 5%. Yeah, no, like I'm quite well expecting we're going to be somewhere in the top one, that 1 to 5% range. I know we won't get into the ranked range like the numbered special rewards. But if as long as we're in that top 1 to 5%, I'm very happy with what I'm sure we'll get. And I'm very sure that everybody in my alliance will benefit greatly off of it. And then we can all start all hey Wolf, how are you? I'm doing great. How about you, Damon? Especially after this morning's live stream, like total wins. I'm really happy for what I'm hearing. Excited for the X-23 rework. 7-star Hulkling is going to be just a god. Not bad. Just barely got ready for Banquet in Washington. Yep. Yeah, I just got everybody in place for Banquet as well myself, so we're solid up. And I've got an officer right now getting everybody in place for war. uh, sorry about that, guys. Oh. Thomas Burley, how's it going, my man? Just doing a little bit of arena here. We've been talking about banquets, some of the different things that got announced this morning, how everybody's feeling about things. Pretty good. Finally got through 8.2. Nice. Congratulations on that. I have one more time of fighting Bahamut left, and then I've 100% at 8.2. And I need to get that done sometime soon, too. Need to get working on 8.3. I've got my first run through that done, obviously. Um, and I still got to get through 8.4. I've got all my runs so far from 8.2 recorded. So I do need to get those out. Though the runs for those compared to now, my roster's going to look very different. Um, But yeah, I mean, I don't know, guys. Like I said, I'm going to be live several times this weekend. I've got a couple different things that I need to work on. I still need to get into Gladiator Circuit, which I need to get a few matches on that. We are Diamond 1 right now, so we got to get through Vibranium. I need to get through the arenas over the next 24 hours. I need to be pushing. I need to go finish the egg quests. And trying to think what else I was on my list for things that I wanted to get done before the end of the year. Um, I don't know, but we got like I said, I need to get back to some of the story mode stuff and get pushing on that. I also have 3 runs left on Epoch, and still have several runs left to do on Necro, including Necro challenges. Um, and um, oh my god, I still have the newer Crucible to do. I pushed my special, and somehow immediately that triggered hers. I hate it when that happens. So annoying. Give me just a second, guys. I'm going to grab another glass of tea real quick, and then we're going to continue. We're probably going to go for another 20 minutes, half an hour, and then we'll go jump over to Vitality's stream and see how she's doing, see where the progression's at now. So give me just a minute. We'll be right back. Okay, and we're back at it, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I've been trying to train my throat a little better so that I can get back to doing some of the longer streams. I want to do. I know for sure we're going to do a marathon stream for my birthday again this year. Um, so that will be in just over a month. Um, and we'll probably do a couple things over this month where we go pretty long. But And then I'm going to get back to also getting videos out on a regular basis as well. So we got quite a bit coming now that we got Sumner Fest pretty much wrapped up. And, you know, we know what Banquet, know a bit more about what Banquet's going to look like. Like, it really kind of gives me quite a bit of direction to push on quite a bit of, quite a few things. I love when I get to play Wolverine. I don't get to play him enough. I miss playing Wolverine. Not like that was much of a fight whatsoever, but you know, still. I miss a lot of the simpler champions to play, to be honest with you. I understand the game evolves and like most of the community. Well, I don't know about most, but especially a lot of the upper end community likes the 95 different button combo to get the champion to actually activate the one little thing that will wipe everybody off the board. But I'd much rather just punch you in the face. And I'm quite happy with that. Like I am. So so anyways, guys. Um, like I said, tomorrow night we're gonna do something more interesting than Arena. To be honest with you, like because Arena is so interesting for anyone not named King Arena. Um, But it is definitely a necessary evil over the next few weeks. So we will be doing a few nights of arena a week, and we'll also be doing a couple nights of something to balance it out. So, like I said, guys, my plan for this weekend is live streaming. So, what is your plans for this weekend? Joining me for a live stream, that's fabulous. I'll see everyone there. We're going to hit the million mark tonight, and then we're going to probably call it right then. Marvel Cake Sam, man, how's it going, my man? Nice to see you. Saw you in the live stream this morning. Yeah, I will say this much. I've been talking about it all day today. Like, I really do think they, I'm obviously we still have some details left to come, but I think they hit the mark on Banquet this year. I think they definitely made up for last year. Your recent work is remarkable. Thank you, my man. I appreciate it. I was really honored. I was kind of surprised when I got there to not see more cameras everywhere. Um, so when like I kind of somewhat hesitated, but at the same time I was like, if nobody else is going to cover everything, I might as well do so. So I took full advantage of it, and I would I won't say I took full advantage of it. There was definitely some things I missed that I would have liked to have caught, and there was definitely some interviews that I didn't get a chance to catch while I was there. Um, I definitely spent some time socializing as well, but I definitely am looking forward to doing more interviews with the community and members of the community and things like that. Um, and members of the FAM staff. This is obviously last year I got to interview Kabeo Honeydew, and I absolutely loved doing that. Her and I had an amazing time talking. And then what I did this year at Sumner's Fest to really kind of bring back to the channel. Like, I felt like it was a great way to come back, and I've been getting a lot of really positive reception to it, and I'm really happy that I was able to do it for the community, and yeah. But no, I totally appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the praise. It is not everything turned out the way I wanted it to, but at the same time, it's definitely one of those things that learning experience. I'll be adjusting a few things for the next time, and I'll definitely my plan already is to make sure that if there's a Sumner Fest 2026, which if I have any say in it, there will be. Um, I'll be there for that one. I'll be recording again. I'll bring it back to the community. But I know we are talking about for Avido, myself, Panaman Pete, several others up here in the Pacific Northwest are talking about doing a meetup this spring as well for people that are local. And so obviously, if I get when that happens, I will bring you guys some footage from that, as well as any opportunities I get to speak with the command staff more. I do have a couple personal relationships that I fostered over that weekend of people that I'm going to be reaching out to. We've kind of made an arrangement on a timeline on things. Plus, on top of that, too, there's a couple other things that I'm working on collaborating with a few other people. So I'm really excited about some of the things that are coming out of things for the next few months. Really planning on pushing things more and more and getting back on track after having to take a little while away. And I'm really excited for this next year. I'll tell you that much. Not excited to push Serpent to his SP3. That was a bad move. Part of me has a new account challenge itch right now, but at the same time, like, first off, I have so much to actually do on the main account that I need to do that, like, I don't know that I really want to be stepping away from getting things done to do that right now. And number two, like, I already have three other accounts that I have things that I need to do on. So, like, I don't know. Probably not the best time yet, but it may happen at some point. I mean, there are enough titles. The original thought process was that I was going to have an account at every like major progression title, so that any time deals or anything came out, I could see what those were. And then like accounts just kind of started leveling up just because I had champions leveled up, and that kind of quickly defeated into the idea that all of a sudden I went from having four different accounts at four different progression levels to having three accounts at Thronebreaker and one at Valiant. Or no, three accounts at Paragon and one Valiant. Chillin' stream with tea, nice. Drinking a little tea myself. It's another one of those things that I'm gonna try and fit in this weekend. Is I want to update the music and get music back on the channel again. So We should be pretty much at the 100, at the million mark here in just a few moments there. And then after that, like I said, we are going to go over to the Vitality stream and see how she's doing. Um, See where she's at in her progression on her new account challenge. Um, I think at the pace that she was going when I left, there's a good chance that she could hit Thronebreaker tonight. Um, she was talking about going for quite a while, so I don't know if Paragon's quite in the cards yet, but I mean, if a couple things go really well, and depending on who all she's pulled, I know she was saying very much so that if she could pull a 3-star sentry, she could go do a 3-star sentry and two 7 stars that were either tech or science. She could go do two, or she could go do at least one path of epoch without a problem. And I kind of like to see that. Like, I'd never be able to pull that off. Like, and it's not in my cards. Um, but watching her take down Epoch with a 3-star sentry, I would call that fairly impressive. Took you long enough. Oh, really excited for the X23 rework. I cannot wait. Like, I'm half tempted just to go play my 6-star just to try her out because I do believe from what they said, the update on her is live already. And the idea that I can smash light, but the light attacks and just keep drilling without breaking a combo. That sounds fun. Oh, I can't believe I missed that. I finished getting all the milestones for all 4 arenas. Good job, man. I would say that I finished screwed up, but we both know that ain't true. 4,000, sorry. Less than 4,000. Of course. Okay, so we're gonna do one more round, and then that'll be where we call it for tonight. Like I said, we're gonna be live again tomorrow, and Sunday. Though I do know that there's quite a bit going on over the next few days with several others. Um, Okay, guys, like I said, that one's going to wrap that up. We're going to go ahead and go grab Vitality's link real quick. Go see how she's doing with her run. Looks like she's still healthily going on it. So why don't you guys go ahead and join me as we run over and support her. Just saw the X23. Yeah, she does look great, man. And if you want to go thank somebody, come thank this woman that we're going over to with a hashtag Wolfpack Raid. She was the one representing X23 in the Women's Day Challenge, and is the one that, along with Kabam Honeydew, are responsible for that rework. So let's go over and check out and see how she's doing on her new account challenge. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is, like I said, guys, we'll be live again tomorrow evening and Sunday evening. We're going to work on quite a few different things. Like I said, I've got several things to catch up, including getting some more units, getting some more revives, getting some content done, and getting some things pushed onto. So I hope you guys will join me back the next couple nights as we get things going. Again, if you guys haven't checked out the panel videos or the interview with Vitality, MSD, Truth Comics, Seaton, or, oh my god, don't blank, Andrew the Rough, or any of the command staff that I did get a chance to interview as well, please make sure you stop over and check out those videos. They have been getting quite a bit of traction, but your likes, comments do go quite a long ways. As a matter of fact, I do want to thank everybody. We are almost 1,200 subscribers, and that is absolutely amazing. I appreciate you guys all, and I will see you guys back very soon for another one. But until then, guys, I hope everybody has a great day, a great night, and pulls a God tier champion soon. And until the next one, peace out. Love you guys.